Hello, my fellow Slayers. This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Dauntless. Today we have another news bulletin, and it's about the patch notes that are gonna arrive this week. I do believe it's gonna be on the patch notes this week. I'm already scratching the first sentence that I actually said. We'll read through it and we'll see if it's this week. But it is definitely something all the old players and the new players, all have been looking forward to. Loadouts are coming to the game and they have some more detailed information. So yeah, I had to make a news bulletin about it. Let's go check it out together. So as we can see in the Play Dauntless news faction, saved loadouts, the hunt pass release of last week's patch notes, and then the developed roadmap. I already have the roadmap open because there is a whole lot of information that's new there as well. So quickly want to go over that as I learn more about featured the saved loadouts. I'm gonna scroll this a little bit bigger so you guys can read as well. So August the 19th, yeah, it's after midnight for me right now. I got late shift, so. Save the loadouts! Each hunt in Dauntless offers a unique challenge for Slayers. Surviving requires a careful customized and crafted arsenal of gear. Very soon, Slayers will be able to create multiple loadout slots, saving weapons, armor pieces, cells, cosmetics, and more. Spend less time swapping gear and more time slaying behemoths. Sound good, right? What's in a loadout? More and more behemoths are being spotted across the Shattered Isles, each bringing with it a savage new challenge. Every veteran Slayers know you need the right tools for the job. That's why we're proud to announce that saved loadouts will be launching in patch 0.9.3 in early September. So yeah, as I said in the early video, I already scratched what I said there, that it's gonna be for this week. It's early September, so probably this week we're gonna get 0.8.2. And then in 2 weeks, yeah, it's the 20th now, so in 2 weeks it might be actually possible that we're gonna get 0.9.3. So soon you'll be able to quick swap between multiple loadouts by saving your weapons, your weapon mods, your weapon specials, your armor, your cells, your armor dice, your transmogs, and your consumables. So even consumables you can actually set up. I have some really nice art in here about some setups and weapons they use. So sword here, and then I'm not really sure how many loadouts there is in here. Your personality choices, including Slayer appearance, emotes, flares, banners, and other style options, will not change when selecting different loadouts. They will persist when swapping between loadouts, ensuring you always have your 3-point landing emote ready. Swapping between your low health damage dealer and part break farmer build is as easy as pressing a button, or as a button press. I'm reading words backwards. Polishing our gear. Originally, we had envisioned launching loadouts sooner than patch 0.9.3. We've been working on this feature since before console launch. Indeed, they have. We know you've all been eagerly awaiting its arrival. Recently, in an effort to get content into the hands of the community as quickly as possible, we shift features in a rougher state than we are proud of. As a studio, Phoenix Labs endeavors to always deliver high-quality content, and loadouts as a feature required more time to polish than we anticipated. At least to being honest, I can imagine that it's not always easy to write code and then implement it in already existing code. So once we started building the new loadout functionality, we uncovered just how systemic the changes systemic I'm falling over that word. The changes would be to develop this feature right. We will have to rebuild some of the fundamental systems and how we organize the data in Dauntless. The extra time we took reflect on our commitment to you, the player, to deliver a highly polished feature that wasn't rushed. At the end of the day, we want the best possible experience for Slayers everywhere. So basically they're kind of saying in a rush to put out content as fast as possible in the hands. I do believe they are talking about our new feature where, honestly, I can't even come at the word now. It's gonna pop in my head for a second. So Nazaka Sith, Boreal, and are these the loadouts that he can pick from? So there's a scroll to go between the different loadouts he has. Okay. So it's gonna be on top here somewhere. Lock and loads. Loadouts can be unlocked in a variety of ways, and every Slayer starts their journey with one. This is something I hope I don't want to read. From there, you can earn an additional 5 slots for a total of 6 loadout slots for free. 2 of those additional slots can be unlocked by questing through the Shattered Isles, specifically by completing the City on the Verge and into the Maelstrom quest. The remaining 3 come from leveling up your Slayer through the Mastery. So basically they're saying is people who did all the quests will get 3 on launch of loadouts. 1 you already have, and then 2 can be unlocked by the questing. But if you did all the questing, and then completing the City of the Verge and into the Maelstrom quest, you basically get 2 already. And the remaining 3 come from leveling up your Slayer to the Mastery. So everything is free, that's good. 6 loadout slots, not enough. An additional 9 can be purchased from the store and bundle of 3 for 1,000 platinum, bring the total number of loadout slots for 15 for Slayers. Well, yeah, that's a lot. But how many was it? 6 total? How many weapons do we have? 6? So yeah, perfect, right? I'm not gonna... well, eventually, if your armor gets high enough, you basically want to go after the perk summary and try to max out those. But by doing that, you're gonna need to switch out armor with different bonuses. So I'm gonna set up my 6 for the 6 different weapon types that there are in the game, and not versus 6 different elemental types. Yeah, like I said, eventually when your armor gets high enough, you're not gonna really go for the resistances anymore. By that time, you should be, and I'm not talking about myself right now, good enough to dodge multiple times. 6. So think you have the best loadout. Share it on Dauntless, subreddit. Let us know what you think. As with every feature in Dauntless, we are always working to improve and evolve based on feedback. So please let us know what you think. And we have related articles, the die work, the mastery system, and new loadouts. So yeah, lock and loads early September, was it that they're saying? Yeah, early September, patch 9.3. We're at 8.1 now, so 8.2 in 2 weeks, and then 8.3 in 4 weeks, I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be middle September somewhere. It's the 20th today. So saved loadouts, okay, and then roadmap. There was some. Whoa, that's a big ass zoom there. There were some improvements to interface, weapon demos, end of the hunt extras. So that's new. This feature isn't actively being worked on, and it is susceptible to changes in the future. What does a better end of the hunt experience look like? We're thinking 1, easy friending of people you hunt with. That sounds really not illogical. 2, an option to keep playing with the same party. Sounds good. 3, a more visual end of the hunt screen. Not really sure what they mean with that. And then 4, this is the one, guys. This is the one I've been talking about since the first day I've played Dauntless. A detailed Slayer performance breakdown and more. This is all still in flux, so expect changes. Have a end of the hunt idea you like to share? Join the conversation on our Dauntless Slayer performances breakdown. How much damage did you do? How much times did you went down? How many successful dodges did you do? I can count so many things that you do. How much healing did you do to yourself? How much healing did you do to your group? How much part damage did you do? How much wound damage did you do? Every type of damage that there is in here. How long did it last the fight? And what's the percentage versus your other fights? Like last time on Shroud I did 4 minutes. This time I did 3 minutes. Oh, nice to know that last time I kind of struggled apparently, and this time I was 3 minutes faster. Apparently I'm getting better. Like, it's all information. Some of you, yeah, I'm getting a little excited and a little loud probably, but this is something I've been talking about since day 1 of Dauntless. Not being able, I know by now that behemoths roughly have around, I think the the regular HQ patrols, they have around 30,000 HP. More or less, some have like 35, 34, but they're around 30,000 damage. That's a number I read somewhere on one of their forums where somebody mentioned it. So the average HP is around 30,000, but if you're able to see that you actually did like 20,000 of those, yeah, you're gonna need to think about what the other players did. And it would be nice if you could see everybody's breakdown. Like, I would love to be able to see what everybody did. Like, how much damage did the scythe users do? How much wound damage did the pike players do? How many broken parts did who broke what part? Like, how many parts? Give me every information. That's something. Well, I hunt after. Like, that's something I really. But yeah, end of the hunt screen extras. Um, Something they have in the back of their mind, so I don't expect it to be here this year yet. But yeah, crafting improvements is also something that we tired of crafting consumables one by one. So are we. That's why we're building in the options to craft items like tonic and grenades in bulk. Really nice feature. Also in this update, improved gear info cards. Selecting a weapon or armor piece in a crafting menu will soon show you 1, that item's strength and weaknesses versus all aether types, 2, a detailed cell slot information, 3, how to acquire any missing crafting materials, and 4, how that item compares to what you currently have equipped. So yeah, they are working on a whole lot more information, on a whole lot more well, basically in the game features that we can look over, features that we can try to improve ourselves on and actually see what the differences lie. So yeah, really looking forward to that one again. Loadout presets, it's right in the middle here, like the big island that's coming next. So yeah, we already seen a little in there. Our new loadout screen was just the beginning. With this update, the loadouts note Pearl slaves will be able to save, swap between multiple gears and self-configurations, making it easier than ever to get ready for a hunt. So really nice. New combat HUD. The heads-up display sheds its closed beta looks with its in-depth reskin and UE refactor. Look forward to the updated visuals, clearing health and stamina bars, improved lantern ability tracking, refreshing weapon UI, and new HUD indicators for passive like rage. Again, something I've been talking about for months, a year. I think I started talking about this when basically after I did the Maelstrom completely, I started thinking that it was really unclear when Rage actually activated, when what buff actually activated, and there are signs for every buff, so having that sign with a timer below it on the top of your screen would make it really a lot more easier to know which buff is actually active and how long it's still active. Like, that is something I do believe I can get a lot better when I know what I need to do when. Like, sometimes my buffs are gone, but I'm not really sure which one are gone, and yeah, it's sometimes really hard to see right now. So yeah, something they are working on in the background as well. New combat HUD, it's next to the loadouts, not a big island yet, and then weapon demos we already seen. Let's go to the new island. Weapon 7 in deeper combat. Sword, hammer, axe, warpike, chain blades, repeaters. Can you guess which weapon is coming next? Hint, it's still not a harp bow. So yeah, they're not gonna bring in any range. I think they said it on Reddit a couple times that they were actually doubting to bring repeaters into the game as well. And yeah, a lot of people call it a cheese, but a lot of people are loving it, me including. I love the repeaters. It has the faction of being able to damage at range, but lower damage, but it still has the opportunity. You don't use stamina, and that's something that actually helps me a lot in dodging a lot. And able to calculate the range which I need to have because of the range that you can get. So I'm gonna make my guess, and I'm gonna make my guess that it's a scythe. A scythe would be amazing. Why? Well, basically you can make it into a semi-boomerang, right? You already did it with a hammer. The hammer you can throw. So why not be able to throw a scythe that actually moves sideways through the behemoth, like in a semicircle, and then comes back to you, something like that. It would be nice, for instance, brass knuckles, like just bare-fisted knuckles, and a one-handed sword and shield. Those three are my three guesses. The brass-handed knuckles would be cool, Because what I would do with them is give you the option to actually latch on to a behemoth. I'm not really sure how you're gonna write that code, but being able to like be on the top of a behemoth and actually dash him out while I can, for instance, imagine Pangar. When you know he's about to stump his feet, you just jump up, latch on his back, and you just start hitting his head from the top or something like that. Like, would be amazing. And then Sword and Shield, being able to actually stand in front of a behemoth. You're not able to do a lot of damage because you only have a one-handed sword, but to take the hits. Actually being able to there is some sort of taunt mechanic in the game where the biggest damage takes aggro, I think. I'm not really sure of it yet. I'm still trying to figure it out how it actually works, but there is an aggro system in the game. But being able to have one player with a shield that just stands there and just if he rushes and he puts a shield up or he does the right move in the right time, the rush is stopped and he's blocked off. I'm not gonna say that it needs to interrupt every time, but just stop the rush, like it blocks and it stops there. I'm rambling on, guys. This is all making me really, really excited. So we had Weapon 7, mobile is something they're working on the background. And then we have Twitch Prime, Dark Harvest, and new cosmetic slots. Dark Harvest, last year's Unhallowed event, returns for another year of thrills. Look for more news as we draw closer to October. Yeah, that's where I bought the new cosmetic slots, the wings and a halo. We already have the semi-halo in the game right now. So I think that's all the bounties system. That was something new. Bounties are coming to the Shattered Isle. This new feature will replace the current system of the hunt pass, challenges, and more info to come. So that's something they're gonna change. And then High Skies, the Zephyr Strike, and High Skies Fortune Glower, and the aggressive fauna. Ever since the Isles of Thrall docked near Ramsgate, reports of new species have been on rise. First the Smolix, those creeping snail-like corruptors, and now something slayers call Styxian. Are advised traveling groups and watch your flanks. You never know what might slick out of the shadow. Styxian, so a new aggressive fauna, and it's a big island as well. So something coming really, really soon. Yeah, and there we go. I think this was everything that was in the roadmap for now. So expanding universes, deeper combat, improved interface, more activities, and social and personality. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to what they still have in store, what they're still working on. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to September, when we actually gonna be able to save our loadouts 6 and 15 if you are willing to spend the platinum behind them. I think I know where I'm gonna spend my first 1,000 platinum behind to get some. Well, if they're gonna bring extra weapons, I'm gonna need extra slots for their builds as well, right? And there you have it. Loadouts early September, and then on the roadmap, new aggressive fauna that's gonna pop out of the shadows. A new bounty system replacing the quest logs we have now, the hunt pass challenges. We have a new weapon coming into the game. So yeah, if you have some weapons that you would like to see in the game, leave them in the description down below. I'm always eager to know what you guys would like to enter into the game. End of the hunt, extra information, hell yes, finally. A new combat hut and then crafting in bulk, where you're not longer gonna craft one potion but 10 or 20 or 100 at the same time. These are all things that they are still working on, but yeah, saved loadouts is coming soon enough, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode, hope you learned as much as I did, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.